Saturday, and I am out and about doing a little shopping while my kids are at a girls conference, which is, I'm so excited about that. But you know, when I'm in the car, I kind of have all my ideas going, and I don't have music on or anything like that because it seems to be the best time to think. But I wanted to come on here to talk specifically to my childcare business owners who are in Philly or close to Philly, or even if you are able to fly in, drive in, take the train in. This is why. So if you don't know or you do know, we have the Impact Summit coming up, and this is the third one. And when I tell you, I have been blown away at how these events have gone up until now, and they're always so strategically set up. This one though is different, intentionally different, right? What happens is we plan it and we put our all into it, and we bring in people who we feel are, you know, have a word for now from their industry specifically, and who can really speak to participants. But here's what we're doing differently this time, specifically for childcare business owners. So usually we have our panel. We have our live impact podcast panel. We always do that with experts, and we also always have speakers. And so we curate this event so that we could address a number of different industries that, regardless of who you are, what type of business you're in, you always need to have a connection with someone in you know, these related industries, right? Marketing, legal, funding, all of that stuff. So we're still doing that, but this time we call it Circles of Influence, because the feedback that we had gotten was that sometimes they wanted to have more opportunity to speak to individuals and have more conversation. We always set up time for networking, that's what this event is all about, is putting you in a room with people who you can connect with. But here's exactly why I'm on here though. So we always prided ourselves on just really focusing on the business. And even though myself, Damaris, and Obiama, you know, our backgrounds, and we spend most of our time in childcare, we never wanted to be pigeonholed into just childcare. But we know that we connect with and serve so many childcare business owners that we're like, they deserve their own circle. So we have basically like breakouts. Those are the circles. Breakouts of different industry focused groups. And childcare has its own. Childcare business is what it will be about. And so for those of you who know, well, really myself, Damaris, and Obiama collectively have over 15 years of experience. We've serviced hundreds, thousands of children. We have diverse funding streams. We have contracts. You know, there's a lot of experiences that we have had over those 50 years. And so we are really bringing that to this circle so that when you come to this event, childcare business owners specifically, that's what I'm talking to right now, you are networking with people that are not childcare specific. You are getting to hear from different community resources, banks, who else would be there? We have a speaker from the Enterprise Center, PIDC. We have Ryan McCrary, who is the funnel doctor. We don't really talk about funnels in childcare in regards to marketing, so that we can focus on enrollment. We have the legal diva coming in regards to legal business and trademarking, and we have real estate, right? We have a number of different areas, and this is why it's so timely right now. I feel like there is really a shift right now. Like I know I've been talking about it, but here's the other shift I'm talking about. Yes, the childcare landscape is changing, business is changing, our economy is changing. But here's the other shift. I feel like things have been happening and they are a warning sign. Like, it is a warning to say, get ready. We did podcast episodes even with people who have been impacted by like the hurricane. It's happening. It's happening more and more. We had the budget impasse years ago, but we just had the experience of not getting paid from subsidy. We are being told to prepare. Period. And so here's what I don't want us to do. We're not going to wait until the next time that we have to get angry and raise our voices and do something about it. No, this is the reason why we have this summit. And the summit is always about these industry experts telling us what we can look out for, like what's ready to happen, that we can be preparing ourselves with resources and people and connections and networking. Childcare business owners, we can't keep relying on people. No one's coming to save us. So you have to get in a space where you can connect. I don't care if it is one person. At the center now, one of the ladies, I got to meet her, is having she was at the last summit and actually, had a moment to highlight her business. She didn't even know I had the space and was like, oh my goodness, I didn't know you had. I want to use it for my next conference. Now we're connected. I connected her with one of my friends who, their visions are aligned, and now they are collaborating. I promise you, please step out of the box of what we have been doing historically. What we've been doing, it has worked. Sometimes it has not worked. There's a shift happening, and don't get left behind. The cost of this summit is $197. I know that I spend more than that in DoorDash, we spend it in so many other things. And this right here is an opportunity to invest in yourself and your business, to be prepared for what is to come, but also to be prepared to start curating the life you want to live. And no one has to be dictating that by not paying us or paying us what they think they should be paying us versus what we deserve. I remember learning about Simple IRA years ago. And so I started doing it. I offer it to my employees. A lot of people, they can't afford it or just really haven't utilized it. But not too long ago, I looked at my statements and was like, oh my goodness, I didn't realize what this compound interest would be doing, right? That's one investment. And then I started learning about compound interest and just investing some money and what that could do for my life, later down the line. No one's really talking about that, especially in childcare. And we don't need to wait until something, God forbid, happens to us, and now we are relying on these funds that may come, may not come, and we don't have other sources of income. Or if and when something happens, now we don't know who to call, and we're scrambling trying to find an attorney or an accountant or someone to help us with enrollment. Like, we're not waiting. And so I wanted to create this video specifically, again, for childcare business owners, because this is the one time where we're going to have something for our childcare business owners specifically. The whole event is not. It is all about business. It is all about networking. It is all about connections. But we literally have, for the morning session and the afternoon session, Childcare Business Circle, specifically so we can talk about childcare business and how you can elevate and grow your business, and we can connect as a force, not complaining, not being angry at this, that, or the other, but preparing ourselves to live the lives that we deserve to live, that we want to live, and on our own terms. Listen, no one's coming to save us. So we can get together and we can start making things happen for ourselves, for our families. So I'm going to put the link here for you to register. We always have an amazing time. Every time I'm meeting new people, I reach out and just invite people from, either I'm networking or I've invested with them and I invited them to come to share with other people. That's what's happening this time. And so you want to come, you want to meet who is in the room. I don't care if it is one. I said again, my children are now at the conference. I had the same conversation with them. Listen, be open, have a good time. Your goal is just to connect, meet one new person, and who knows what that conversation will do for you. $197 is nothing in comparison to what you will get. All right, I will see you there. I'm going to go in the store and start getting my day going so I can do what I need to do before I need to get